Hey, so a couple of important things before we start. That is not a full coaching session, that is already a cut version. Yes, I know it's very long, but because this session appeared to have very much of the useful information, so that's why it's so long. If you watch it fully, I'm very sure you will find a lot of useful information for yourself. And second, about the session itself. So it was a 2.5K driver, which already had quite fast lap times, but struggled with reproducing them consistently. So we worked not on getting him a faster hot lap, but for him to be able to reproduce this hot lap consistently a lot of laps in a row. After the session, his iRating actually skyrocketed, so he is now 3.1K driver. And the session was on the Road America, but everything what we talk about is not specific for the Road America. We talked only about things that are applicable for each corner, each racetrack, and each car actually. So doesn't matter if you're about to race Road America or not, these sessions should be really useful for you. And the third, last thing, I have 105 subscribers, and my common like count on the video is like 8. Do I really believe that this content is very useful? So if you will find it useful, please press a like, write some comment, just help me to grow and to keep making these videos for you guys. Let's start. That's actually quite a great lap, because the setup lap time from the P1 dogs, which are like 10k guys, 0.5, okay, they adjusted it, I believe it was 0.7, and you are within a second, which is already quite great. But I do not like a couple of things in your driving that I believe it won't get you much faster, but you are just killing your tires. And in endurance racing, that's quite a bad habit, that not slowing you down on a hot lap, but it will just drain your tires, and by the end of the stint you will be losing quite a lot of time. So I have noticed that quite a pattern. So you're turning into the corner, you're turning, then you are releasing the brakes and you start rotating the wheel even more.
I know what you mean.
So you're kinda turning, then you're releasing the brakes and you start to turn more, and you get what you want, you get a bit more rotation, but it costs you a lot of tires. And quite often it doesn't really helps you to rotate more, but you just rotate at the same amount of rotation and you're killing the tires. Because if you turn the wheel more than necessarily, you just get understeer. And like best case scenario, you just keep rotating the same way. Worst case scenario, you just rotate less and killing the tires. That I don't like. In quite a lot of corners you do it. So yeah, after you stop braking, you should turn either the same way, either less, not more. Not more, definitely. It will just it's not helping you and it's killing your tires. That's one thing. And the second thing, I don't quite like how you do this. Yep, this one. You should consider all the time that you are spending on throttle less than, so approximately until like 80%. Throttle is not really effective. So, and you can notice yourself that all the like fast drivers trace of the throttle, it always goes up, and then it either goes fully up, either it goes like this, or like this. Sometimes they're going a little bit lower and then open the throttle. But in a GT3 cars, okay, maybe in another cars like in a Porsche Cup, you can sometimes see that they open it halfly and then modulate. But in GT3, in Ferrari, in all of the GT3 cars, you should almost never use less than 80% of the throttle. All the time that you are like less than 80% on the throttle, you are driving your car like ineffectively, so you have some time loss, I believe. And here as well, you drove it the way that you're going full throttle, where is full throttle? Like full throttle. Then you are very slowly releasing it, and then you do something like this, and then you just gradually open it. Okay, yeah, you use a brake somewhere in between, but consider that all this sector, okay, not not this, but where you are braking a bit, that's okay. But here and here, you do have some time loss.
Okay.
You should not really use this amount of throttle. You either release it, use a bit amount of brakes to better rotate the car, and then smash the throttle once again. If you cannot
Okay.
smash the throttle, then just switch your point. So yeah, you can see the time dropping it quite quick. And then I'm opening it really quick. Okay, yeah, so in order to not to slide, I switch to the fourth gear, and that's actually what you can also notice in another, like, if you watch like Yuri streams or some like 8, 10, 9K drivers. Yeah, that's exactly how they do. They just shift up and smash the throttle. And the very same approach actually goes to each corner. And again, you won't gain like a huge amount of time, but it's a small amount of time each corner. And again, if you are doing a 6 hours, then each corner, if you will gain like a couple of hundreds, that's important. So yeah, I really want you to always open the throttle aggressively. Oh, okay, I screw up this lap. I believe here I had a better exit. Yes, so by the chest you can see that I almost never used like less than 80% of the throttle, and if you pay
Yeah, you
attention
just
to...
smash it.
Yes, and
That's good.
if you pay attention to any hot lap by the any pro driver, because I'm not a pro driver myself, okay? I'm not that talented as 10K guys. But you still can trim some time if you will be smashing the throttle up until the 80 and then opening it. Each time you have this lazy throttle application, you are losing some time. So I believe if you would focus on smashing the throttle at least till 80, like never open it lazy way, you will gain maybe 1-2 tenths from the lap. And yeah, this sector you are definitely losing some time, like definitely, I'm pretty sure you're losing some time. So
I'm
yeah,
losing a lot of
just...
time in the
yeah,
carousel.
definitely. So just go full throttle, then just drop it. Just a tiny amount of braking. It's literally like 1, maybe 2%.
Yeah.
And keep your car on the brakes until the moment when you can actually smash the throttle. This way you will do this corner consistently and quite quick. And even if even if not much quicker, but it will be consistent at least. And also, when you are smashing the throttle, it helps the car to rotate. In a lot of corners, you can actually notice that. So the point of opening throttle like this is, first of all, the fact that car just working more effectively. You know, have you seen this dyno stand graphs that, you know, the more RPMs car have, the more power it has. So yeah, first of all, it has more power. Second of all, when you are smashing the throttle, it gives your car like a push in the back, and it twists better. So you can... yeah, you cannot... it's a bit delayed, but after I open the throttle, car kinda have a bit of a kick, and it start to rotating better. Yep, so let's try to focus on these things, on always opening throttle aggressively first, and then to this corner. And I believe you can trim some time.
Like you did, right?
Yeah.
There. That's giving you rotation, and the little bit of brakes is giving you even more rotation, and then the smashing of the throttle again is giving you even more rotation, all
Yes.
without any loss of time.
Exactly. And because you already have quite a good time, it's not a good time, it's actually quite a great time. So these small things, they matters the most, because when you are losing like 2, 3, 4 seconds from the pro lap, the difference will be quite significant. When you're within the second from the pro lap, it's really tiny things that matter. It's really tiny things that matter. A couple kilometers here, just a tiny more rotation here, and it just adds up to this second. Because yeah, really, when you are second from the pro lap times, it's commonly 2, 3, max 6, 7 hundredths of a second per corner or per sector.
Yeah, and I can tell that at the you know, when we move from 1.2K to 2K, we're looking at these details which add up to big time losses, and then when we move to 2K to 3K, we're looking at these other details that are like half a second 3K to 4K, we're looking at smaller details, and then on and on and on. So
Yeah.
yeah, I expect my sim racing journey to get more and more and more minute details as I progress.
Yeah, exactly. It's this 80-20 rule, or I believe it's called like that. That when you start anything, then 20% of the doings are giving you 80% of the result, and then vice versa. When you are closer to the top, then 80% of the doings giving you 20% of results. So yeah, you're already a very fast driver. So yeah, you should focus on these really tiny things.
Take a little bit of work to get myself to the point where I don't feel the need to turn the wheel more after I'm off of the brakes, but just those 2 times I
You
force myself
shouldn't.
to do it.
Yeah, you
And
really should hit your hands, hit your hand because it's. I mean, in a hot lap, it's not that bad when you are doing hot lap. But for the endurance racing, you really need to keep your tires in a good condition. And when you are tiny bit killing your tires all the time, then by the end of the stint you will be losing quite. You will notice the lose. Less brakes, less, just literally a couple of percent. You did like 10%. 10% is already slowing the car down. You don't need to slow car down, you need just to load the front of the car a tiny bit. Yep, you got this extra rotation you wasn't expecting to.
yeah. Oh,
Yes,
didn't
that was
need to
good.
turn the wheel more.
You don't need it, you don't need it. It doesn't give you any gains.
Whoa.
You're too in a rush to open the throttle. Be more patient. Be more patient. Wait for the moment because you can feel the car very good. So try to feel the moment when you can open the throttle. Don't just open it because it's time to open it. Yeah,
Okay.
if you see that you are losing some time, then just next time try to brake a little bit later.
Yeesh.
It's okay. It's okay. All the time when you're trying something new, first of all, you're getting a bit slower. That's completely right because you're trying something new.
For sure.
You're
Should have waited.
yeah, you're rushing with the throttle. You're rushing with the throttle very much. Just be more patient. Keep car on the brakes until you try to feel the car. Try to feel the car. Don't try to find some exact point where to open the throttle. Just listen to the car. It's a lot of the brakes. You really need to use like 1, 2%, 3% tops.
I can see how already that one was better, even with using too much brakes.
Yeah, it definitely gives you more rotation. Because
Absolutely.
you are already driving, you feel the limit and you are already driving on the limit, but now you need to extend this limit. Like you need car to make more of the rotation of acceleration. Try to brake a little bit earlier, but a bit less of the brakes, because you are braking late and you apply a lot of brakes, and you have to overslow down to rotate the car. Try to brake a bit earlier and apply a bit less brakes. You're braking too late. So you're lacking rotation just because you're braking too late. You have to brake a lot and still...
This lap's already much better. Yeah, I definitely see what you mean. That's probably the first time that I was able to run 2 consistently decent laps in a row. It's usually a huge variance in between of like half a second.
So, few things. I believe you can do consistent laps, good laps, fast laps, if you will just chill down a bit, you know?
Okay.
Because I cannot see, but I kinda feel, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you are really trying hard and you really want to make a very fast lap. Like you are trying hard and you are like tensioned. And I can see it because here quite often you start rotating the car too quick into the corner, and you just bring the car to the early apex, not to the mid one. And then you open a throttle to early, and then you go to off track. And again, it is
Yeah.
happening because you are too in a hurry to turn your car, but you have. So actually, again, if you watch some hot laps, like the very best laps, they do not really feel very fast. You won't hear squeezing tires a lot. It doesn't really feel fast. It feels smooth, and you need to chase this feeling of being smooth and being patient, because I can see that I'm starting to rotate the car at this curve, and I am not in a rush. You start braking, and then already here you already start turning the car. It's because you're in a hurry, you want to make this corner better, but faster, but just you need to chill a bit, to calm down and to be
Okay.
patient. So keep your car on the brakes, and quite later than you commonly do, you start rotating the car. The same goes for the next corner. Again, we are braking quite deep into the corner, and then we're bringing it to the late apex, because you are quite often bringing it to the middle apex, but you need to aim for the late one. This
Okay.
way you can be on a throttle quite early. This one, the very same issue. You are very in a rush to open this throttle, and quite often you just don't wait enough till the car is already turned enough. So try to, because you won't lose a significant amount of time if you will be on a throttle just a tiny bit later, but you will lose a significant amount of time if you go off track or if you will close the throttle. So try to just listen to your car and wait until it's actually rotated. Like, wait, because I want to open the throttle as well. I want my lap to be fast, but I'm patient, and I'm just looking where my car is pointed. I am trying to feel how it rotates, and when I feel that it's already rotated.
I definitely you're spot on with this, and this is a common theme for me and many of these types of corners that are more late apexes. I feel myself turning in too early, getting on throttle too early, and the whole sequencing of the corner is just off.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
definitely it's a common theme.
So don't try your lap to feel fast. Just try to clip all the apexes and all the throttle application points. So for here, we are opening the throttle quite late actually, like at the apex, and you really need to feel your car how it is rotated. Here the very same. Like we are braking, I'm braking a straight line, and after I brake some, I start turn my car, and yeah.
Wait, can you rewind really quick on that? I want to see where you initially put on the brakes. Do you go like before? Yeah.
Before,
Okay.
before. Yeah, and that's another thing that I wanted to say to you, because I really see that. So again, you are trying to brake as late as possible, which is obviously a right thing, but you should brake as late as possible so you open the throttle at the point where you should open the throttle. And quite often, like in a lot of the corners, I can see that you are trying to brake very late. For example, for this corner, you are trying to brake quite late. Yeah, that's actually a great example. So here I start braking like
Whoa,
in
you're
it,
just now passing the 3 and you're already braking. Okay.
it's approximately in the middle of 2 and 3. Like, it's a bit closer to
Okay.
2, but I believe you start braking after 2 mark. And the problem of this late braking is that so because I started to brake earlier at this point of time, I can already release the brakes and I already can turn the car. You
And start
cannot.
rotating.
Yeah, yes,
Right. I
yeah,
have to
because
smash it and wait till it's all at the
yes,
last second and
yes,
then
and it's
it's
happening to
rushed.
you, and it's happening to you in a lot of corners. It's happening to you in a lot of corners. because you are braking too late, you have to be on the brakes longer. Because if we look at our braking trace, we are braking approximately in the same way. Like we're applying approximately the same amount of brake, the same trace. Our braking is very similar, but because I brake earlier, I can start rotating my car earlier and I can be earlier on a throttle. When you, because you're braking late, you should keep your car on the brakes, and then you release it like too late, and then your eyes are not clipping the apex, because I can see that sometimes you really need to cut this curve and sometimes you are cutting it, but more often you are not cutting it. More often you go wider, and you go wider
Yep.
exactly because you're just braking late. So don't be shy to brake earlier, and if you will see that you over
Okay.
slow down, you will just release the brakes a bit earlier, and you will lose like couple hundreds. It's not a big time loss if you start to brake too early, because no one forces you to hold these brakes. You see that it was too early, okay, so you release it earlier, and that's it. You won't lose a huge amount. But by braking earlier, you can actually rotate your car earlier and hit all the apexes that you want to hit. And the very same goes for this corner. You are braking very late and you have to brake
Whoa,
very
you
deep.
started braking at the 4.
Yeah, yeah, and this is lap like,
Holy cow.
and it's I guess it's 0.5 as well. Or yeah, it's 3.5, so it's basically the same as your the very best lap, but I'm not over
This is
pushing the
just a
car.
relaxed lap for you.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. And I can do this laps, lap after lap after lap, and by the end of the stint, my
right.
my tires won't be dead, you know. And your
Yep.
tires, if you will brake very late, and if you will brake this way, that yeah, sometimes you will do really great laps as you did at the start of the session, but quite often you will just miss the apex, you will overheat your tire, you will overheat your car, and by the end of the stint you will lose a lot. So I really
And
want you
if
to
you and
start.
I were driving head to head, I would be able to keep up with you for a couple laps, but at some point I'm going to make a mistake that ends up costing me a second and then you're gone.
Yeah,
So at that point
exactly.
you've already won the race.
Yeah, and it's happening not because I'm more skilled than you. I mean, you are very capable, but you are really rushing it. But you need to calm down a bit. Just relax. Just start braking earlier. Yeah, I start braking after I passed 4. I'm braking in a straight line, and also you can see my braking trace. It's quite lazy as well, because your braking trace,
Yeah,
your braking
mine is like a
trace.
stomp.
Yes, and it's all right if you would be driving ACC,
Yep.
but for the
But
iRacing,
here it's going to overheat the
yeah.
tires.
So just chill out. Just brake earlier, brake slower, not very slow, but don't smash it like this. Just that. And if you feel that you over
You
slow
brake like
down,
Yuri does.
yeah, and if you over slow down, then that's not a problem. Then you just release the brakes earlier, and just coast a bit, and you will lose couple hundreds. You will lose couple hundreds, and that's it. That's not a big time loss, but you can do the laps consistently. And here, yeah, you're again, because you're rushing too much into some corners. You're not using all the track. So here, make sure you always take all of the track to the left. Sometimes you're not taking it. I'm taking. Yeah, you can see that the tires are almost on the grass already. And yep, here. Again, sometimes you do it and sometimes you don't. And the issue is again the very same as previously. You're rushing into the corner. Just give it a bit more time, so you can see that I am I'm turning the wheel later than you. I believe. Yep, sometimes you're just not taking all the track, but you start to turning already like here. And I'm just a
Whoa,
bit
you're
a
waiting
bit
way after.
yes, and I aim for
Okay.
the late apex. And again, even if you won't win a time here over me, it will be more consistent, and I can hear how
Correct.
how your tires, they are always like squeezing there. Shh. My tires here are
Yep.
silent. Oh, I bet. Let's listen. Okay, they are
Yeah,
just a
barely.
tiny, barely, and you are screaming. So yeah, you
Yep.
already have a speed. You already have a very good pace. With your pace, you can. I mean, 4K drivers are driving with the same pace, so you won't be slowing down your team. You just need to work on consistency and to not killing your tires when you are driving. We are almost half an hour in this video, and I'm just checking. Have you set a like already? I cannot see any comment from your side. This costs you like a second per lap, not less. Could you fix it, please?
Wow, so much easier. Crazy.
Yes, exactly. You can see you started to brake much earlier and you haven't lost the time in this
Uh-huh.
corner. And it stressed your car less.
Wow. Now I can use third gear like we're supposed to, because I don't need the extra engine braking.
Yeah, and you lost some time when you were like braking, but then the delta started to go green because you was able to be on a throttle earlier.
Oh, there it is.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that
And you
was
see,
almost 2 tenths.
and it felt easier. It felt easier, and it's still fast, you know. So yeah, you need to
Yep.
chase this feeling that your car is kind of chilling. You know, it's not being over pushed. This way you can keep up with the pace. Yes, that's great. That's just great. In the last corner, try keep it third gear. No, in a Ferrari it's a
Yeah,
third
no,
gear.
you're right.
Yeah, because if you're lacking rotation, just start to brake earlier and release the brakes.
Okay.
Yep, so here third gear is more than enough. And again, just listen to your car. Just listen to your car where to open a throttle, because I can see that you also quite often go off track here because you are too early on a throttle.
Yep.
Just try to feel how the car rotates, and when you feel that it's rotated enough, then open the throttle. And if you open a throttle aggressively and you feel that car is sliding, then next time try to smash the throttle not till 100%, but till like 90%, and then modulate. It's quite often you can see it again in like pro drivers hot laps, that it's either smashing, either like 90%, and then we'll see how it will go. Yep, that's the one. So here I
Okay.
was not sure. I was not sure like what's going to happen. Like, will my car handle throttle opening till 100%? That's why I opened it till 85 maybe. That's percent which gives you like a good kick. And then I see like how my car reacts, and when I see that I can open it fully, I open it fully. So not all the time you really need to smash it, but at least till 80%. Yep, here as well. So you can see that I open at 80 and then modulate it till 100. I don't know, maybe it's translation, maybe not, but I believe you're not taking all of the curb here as well. You can see that
Okay.
I'm using literally like each inch, each
Every inch.
centimeter.
Yep.
Yes, you are a bit more narrow, and again,
Yep.
it's not costing you a lot of time, but because you are going more narrow, you have to push your car harder in order to don't get off track here, in order to turn it. Because I go wider, I can allow myself to use less steering wheel to get this corner, and once again I'm just less pushing my car, and by the middle of the stint my tire will last better. So you can see that I barely use the steering wheel. Actually, it's very low percentage of the steering wheel, like couple degrees. I believe you are turning much more.
Absolutely, yeah. And sometimes I'll come out of the carousel with a green delta and it'll be gaining, and then I come through there and it stops gaining or even drops because I can tell that I've scrubbed off speed through that corner, and that's probably just from not using all the track, having to turn the wheel too much.
Yeah, just try to really use as little steering as possible in each corner. because we can actually check the telemetry, but overall, you do not need to turn the wheel a lot. Okay, here again, that's this
So you
fucking
start
corner.
you start turning in after the one. You're braking in between the 3 and the 4, and you're turning in after the one. So that can be a reference for me on where to start turning in.
Kinda yes. So I really don't like having some exact references when like exact points where to start turning. What you should do here is when you are turning here, your eyes should look at the apex that you want to clip. So when I'm braking right here, I do not need to control my car with eyes, like I see with my peripheral vision where the car is. I can keep my car straight even with peripheral vision. I'm not looking here, I'm not looking here, I'm not looking anywhere here. I'm looking for the apex that I want to clip. And it's actually
You're
very,
looking specifically for the late apex, right? You're not
yeah,
looking at the early.
yeah, exactly, and that's actually a superpower that a lot of people do not use, and they have to use it, and you must use it as well because you feel the car very good, and you should always look to the place where you want to bring your car, and your
Maybe
body
that's why
will.
I hit early apexes, because I'm literally just looking at the point that's at the least resistance, which is right there.
Yeah,
But I
so
should be looking more up here.
yes, exactly. So when you are here, I'm already looking with my eyes to the point where I want to bring the
Ah,
car, and I want to bring the car somewhere here at the late apex. So
yeah.
it's not like I do not have a point where I start turning the car in any of the corners, like any of the corners. When I'm coaching, I'm telling that I start to turn the wheel here, but it's more of a for understanding how deep I go into the corner. But I don't have any references. I just look at the late apex. I know how much rotation my car has, and I'm like, okay, if I start turning the wheel now, I should probably be clipping this apex. And I just keep looking at it, and I just
And just
bring
keep
in.
going to that spot.
Yes, exactly. And when I'm here, I'm not looking, I'm not keep looking at the apex. I'm looking here because I know where my car should
Yeah.
be. And this way I can control how much throttle I open. And it's the approach that you should follow everywhere. So yeah, when I'm here, I'm looking at the corner of this curb because that's the place where I want my right tires to be, and I'm bringing my car all the way to the right quite consistently. And again, you are sometimes bringing and sometimes not, and sometimes just not of the curb. And I mean, I'm not bragging that better or something, but you just.
Wait, but what you're the consistency that you're doing is a byproduct of you being very deliberate about where you put your eyes on the track to aim the car.
It is very essential. It is extremely essential. There is one guy. His name is Arkady Tserigradsev. It's basically one of the top drift drivers like in the world. And he, because I have watched a lot of his interviews, and like he was asked like a lot of times, like how are you that good, And he always answered that I don't know. I just look where my car want to be, and my body does the trick. And it's actually very essential thing, and in all of the sport disciplines you should follow it, that always look where your car should be, and your body will help you a lot to bring your car there. It happens
Okay.
subconsciously, but it happens. So, and when I'm here, I'm not looking here. I'm looking at the apex, where I want my car to be, and my eyes is already here. And this way, again, I'm able to clip this curb. Okay, here we are not clipping it, we're kind of shaving it. I'm able to shave this curb like each lap. And then okay, I'm here, and when I reach this point of time, I'm already looking at this like the very left of the track, because that's the place where I want my car to be. And I bring my car here, and it happens all the time. Like, you control where your car is like at the moment just with peripheral vision, and when you are here, your eyes was already on the late apex. Like, always look in front, always look where you want to bring your car, and you actually will be surprised how more consistently you will bring your car where you want to bring your car. Yep, here already on the
Yeah,
left side of the track. That's very essential. If you don't do it, you should start doing it, and you will raise your consistency like hugely, like hugely.
yeah, that's something that I will absolutely start doing from this point forward, is just being more deliberate about where I put my eyes.
It will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. You're here, look at the left of the track.
Yep.
Yep. After you look left of the track, yeah, I'm already looking like here. Yeah, always, always, always. And if
And not
you
just in a general area, at the exact spot that you need to be to use all the track.
at the exact spot where you want to bring your tires, let's say so. Like I just know that, you know, I want to bring my left tires on this lane, and I look here, already here. I want to bring my right tires like left on this
You're
curve.
looking at your braking marker.
Yes,
Now you're
yes.
looking at your apex,
Yeah.
your
So
late apex specifically.
yeah, so currently I'm looking at the braking markers, and once I start braking, I drop my eyes from here and I look here, like immediately
Yep.
when I so next direct control is peripheral vision. It is, and that's why I don't really like such a breaking references, like where, and actually if you will be watching some track guides by some pro drivers, they also very rarely use some references that are far away from the track, because it's not something easy to bring your eyes from here to here straight away. It's very long, it's very long way. So very often some pro drivers, and again if you watch some track guys, they use some really weird references, like start of the black mark on the
Yep.
corner of the track.
I noticed this in Yuri's track guides, like the one for Spa. He's for turn 1, he's looking at that specific black mark on the track instead of all the way at the signs that are way off to the left.
Yeah, and I just told you why is he doing that, because it is faster to bring your eyes from here to here than from
Right.
here to here. Yeah, so
Yep.
that's exactly the reason why is it happening. So oh, I already forgot which with what I started. Yeah, but just yeah, use your eyes, and
Yeah.
don't rush into the corners. Don't try to imagine some points where exactly to turn the wheel. Just look at the apex, look where you want to bring your car when you want to bring your tires, like right tires on this curve. So I'm clipping this curve with my right tires. Then when I'm already here, I'm looking at this curve and I want to bring my left tires on this edge on a grass and a curve, and I'm bringing it right here. And it's again, I'm not exceptionally good. I'm at best just good, and it's just technique of looking where you want to bring your car, and it really works. Your body is helping you. So yep, I believe
Awesome.
we talked really a lot, so let's try some more. That was good.
Yeah, that's already so much better, and that's literally just from changing where my eyes are looking. Oh, there we go.
Less steering wheel in this corner, but it was good. Just less steering. You shouldn't feel the you shouldn't hear the shh, how it's squeezing the tires.
Okay. And the good news is I've got nothing but time to continue to work on this for the next couple of days, so I know this is going to be a work in progress, and I'm just happy to have a little bit of direction on what I need to focus on from here on till the race.
Yeah, and it's not only for this particular track or this car. It's like any car, any track you drive. It's the things that never changes. Ooh, it was perfect. It was perfect. A bit too much for steering
good.
again, but I like how car rotated. All the track, yes. Yes, it felt easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was easy. So much more consistent around those two corners instead of having a 3/10 variance every lap.
Yeah, you see, you started to brake. Yes, oh, that's great. You started to brake earlier, and you were not prepared for how much rotation you do have. So you cut too
Right?
much of the curve because you had too much of rotation. So I want you to keep the same amount of rotation. Just yeah, adjust your line. Quite often I see, and that's where you as well turning the wheel too much, and where you get understeer. So you start braking, great, you brake quite great, then you start releasing the brakes, and then you have something like this.
Yes. Yep. I
Uh,
know.
I can
Bad
tell
habit.
you why is it happening. I can tell you why is it
Cause I
happening.
haven't, cause I haven't taken off enough speed in a straight line.
No, no, no. It's happening because you're not trusting your car. Because
Okay.
quite a lot of times in the previous lap I saw that your car. I mean, you're driving completely alright. You will make this corner if you would just keep releasing the brakes.
Okay.
Because I mean, you should be. I believe you're quite aware of the fact that your tires can either turn, either brake. And if you brake a lot, then you cannot turn. And if you rotate a lot, if you're turning a lot, you cannot brake. So, and we are always finding some balance between braking and turning, and that's why we are always like braking in a straight line, so we do not turn the car when we are applying a lot of brakes, like never. We are applying a lot of brakes only when the wheel is straightened. And then when we are releasing the brakes, we are turning the wheel. And this approach is, again, it's valid for each corner, each car. It's always like that. Here as well, I brake on when I brake hard, I brake in a straight line. Then when I need to turn, I start releasing the brakes and simultaneously I turn the wheel. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. But sometimes, right here, if I would keep my braking, then I won't make the corner, and that's exactly what's happening to you. You kinda, you haven't developed a trust yet. So up until this point, you are doing everything exactly the same, and then you think that, oh, maybe I'm not rotating enough.
Yep.
So I need to keep slowing down, and instead of keep releasing the brakes, you holding the brakes, and that's why you
Uh-huh.
are not rotating. So all keep releasing the brake, especially okay if you're in a race, if you do not feel confident. Okay, yeah, you can overslow down, and don't get a check cut, don't get your car crushed. In a race, we are not practicing. In a race, we are driving the way we know how to drive consistently. But in a practice, even if you crash the car, like, so what? You click an active reset and you take another car. You don't care. That's a practice. That's what it's meant for. So keep releasing the brakes. Keep releasing the brakes, and your car will keep rotate. Because you are not releasing the brakes, your car don't rotate. If you will just keep it, it will rotate. And you did it in quite a few corners. Like you do not have a trust yet. You do not like know exactly how much rotation do you have. But just keep releasing it. Keep releasing it and see what
Another
happens to your
another
car.
factor in this as well is that little bit of extra rotation that you get from smashing throttle. See, once that becomes a normal part of the equation for me,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll have a more of a trust in the car to give me that last little bit that I won't feel the need to get it on the brakes because I know I'm going to get it on throttle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that actually makes sense. But it's not a lot of rotation, but it is some amount of rotation. Yeah, indeed. Because yeah, I open
It's
and,
just
and
that
car start
last
to
little
twist.
bit.
Yes, 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 yes. But overall, yeah, I really want you to. I mean, sometimes it's alright, but quite often this trace is not particularly good. I mean,
And quite
this.
often it's all ABS. So all I'm doing is just adding heat to the tires. I'm understeering in that moment. It's not good.
Yeah. So this trace is alright. So by applying like 2, 3, 5% of the brakes, you are actually helping your tires to rotate because you keep the weight of the car in the front tires. But if you apply not like 3, 4%, but 10%, it is already braking the car, and it's already not braking like crash, but like you're slowing down, and it's working against your rotation. So because I believe I had quite a few corners when, you know, I still kept, I believe here, no? Yep, that's exactly the case. So I started to brake, and I see that, okay, I slow down enough, and I'm turning my car, and at this point of time I already released the brakes, and I see that, okay, it's still too early to open the throttle, but I don't need to slow down anymore, so that's why I keep my car on like 2-3% of the brakes to help it rotate up until the moment. And you can see that my steering wheel, I'm not steering a lot. Still, I keep my steering wheel turned the very way it was turned before, even less sometimes. Yep, I'm not turning like 90 degrees, and I keep the car on like couple percent of the brakes up until the moment when I can open it. So yeah, this trace, this trace, it's all right. But this trace, it is quite weird. I mean, maybe in some corners it could be the case, but like 90% of the cases, it is a bad it is bad trace. So
Yeah,
yeah, keep
because I
releasing,
mean
keep releasing.
the slowing could have been spaced out differently to not include that little bit in the example on the left. Like that braking trace is just not good, and I've noticed that for myself as well. Like that this is not helping me accomplish anything, and I need to fix that. So I was definitely in the process of working that one out. It's still there, unfortunately, but that's another thing that I've added to my list of takeaways from this session with you.
Yep. Nice. I mean, the main thing is that you know what to work on, because quite a lot of people, they just don't know what is slowing them down. Now you at least you know, and it's
Absolutely.
sometimes slowing you down, and sometimes just not really slowing a lot, but over pushing your car, which is slowing you down over the stint, and lowering your consistency.
I've written down all the main takeaways from this session with you on a list. I wrote down that
We're almost finished with this video, and if you find it useful or you like a cats, please leave a like, please write some comment and subscribe to my channel, because more and more of the coaching sessions will be out, so don't miss them. And let me guess, why did you put a like? Because you liked the video, or you just like a ginger cats?
I need to watch out for turning the wheel too much, braking too
Yes.
late. I need to be deliberate with where my eyes are looking. I should not be in a rush to get the car rotated. Release the brakes fully and trust the car to rotate. Use all the track. Be deliberate about using less than 10% when I'm just applying a little bit of brakes to get the car to rotate. It should be ideally 1, 2, 3% at max.
Yeah, yep.
And the wheel stops turning once I hit the throttle. I don't
Yes,
go any
yes.
farther than
Yeah,
that.
you should only straighten it, only straightening, not turning more. Like once, yeah. That's a very good bullet points. And yeah, once again, I believe here with these traces, have I already erased it? Not yet. It's really it's not a technique question, but it is a question of you trusting your car. Okay, here I actually started to turn it, but I already opened a throttle. It's a question of you trusting
You
your
didn't go
car.
past where that point was that
Yeah,
you were turned. You've only stayed there.
because here again, if I would have driven less, I would also be scared to release the brakes. I would think that, okay, I'm still going too fast, I should keep the brakes, and I shouldn't release it. And it really comes with some laps and with a practice, that you develop this trust that if I will keep releasing the brakes, then it will keep rotating. And if you will be scared to release the brakes, it won't be rotating, and it's quite a bad thing, because you kind of you are feeding this habit that you see that you
Yep.
haven't released, you still kept the brakes and your car hasn't turned indeed, and you're like, okay, I was right, the car is still was not ready to turn, so that's why I kept the brakes. But it's like the opposite, it didn't turn because you kept the brakes. If you would be releasing it, you can see that there is this like yellow mark because it's already ABS. It's like 8-9%, and it kind of triggered ABS already. So it's a very bad spot to keep the brakes. So yeah, just keep turning it, just keep practice, and trust your car. Release the brakes. If you see that okay, I released the brakes and it still didn't turn, then you adjust your braking point. You just brake either earlier, either you brake at the same point, but you hold the brakes for a little bit longer. So I mean, you drop more speed. Oh,
Understood. Hey man, this session with you has been super helpful. If there's anything on my end that I can do to help support your business and help you grow, by all means, let me know. I'm happy to go leave a review wherever, rave about you. This has been super helpful for me. By far the best lesson that I've had, and I feel the most productive. And I thank you so much for your time.
thank you so much for these kind words, because I was a bit worried at start because I saw that you already going very fast. But I'm really glad that we still found out what how to help you and what you should work on. So yeah, I'm yeah, really thank you for such a nice words. And yeah, I believe you can. You're very capable. Like you're really capable. You just need to work on these listed things. I believe that's going to be it.